Hi, I'm Scott Kelly. It was absolutely impossible for me to pay attention, and I didn't know why. And it wasn't really until I kind of looked back at my life that I thought, my issue is probably some form of ADD or ADHD.
My name is Christian. I'm 15 and I have ADHD. When I grow up, I want to be an astronomer. I've just always been interested in space. I'm very excited to speak with Scott Kelly today. He could tell me a lot that I don't know. I'd really love to actually work with people who do go into space.
All right, so you got any questions? What do you want to talk about?
Did you ever feel isolated from everyone because of your ADHD?
I was never diagnosed with ADD or ADHD. When I was a kid growing up, it was impossible for me to pay attention. Didn't matter how hard I wanted to. I didn't feel like it was something that I could do. In retrospect, when I look back at my life, I think, I probably had some pretty severe ADD or ADHD. Really wasn't much of a thing that people diagnosed or treated.
Did you ever feel that your ADHD wasn't as much as a problem as it was in the past?
I learned much later in my career, especially living on the space station, that a little bit of attention issues can in some ways be turned into a positive, because I found I could hyper-focus on one thing that was really, really important and ignore all the other things that weren't. And it was a prioritization that I felt like at times maybe my other crew members didn't really have.
How did you feel that knowing you were once struggling with ADHD and now you've been to space?
Hopefully my story can inspire kids, and maybe even adults for that matter, to find the thing that they're passionate about, their spark. Hey, if this guy who was a horrible student can go on to fly in space and overcome the challenges that he had, maybe there are things that I can do that I didn't think was possible for me.
What advice do you have for kids like me who are struggling with any attention issues?
Absolutely never give up on yourself. As a kid growing up, I felt completely overwhelmed, completely inadequate, and with some inspiration, I was able to overcome my challenges. And find the things that inspire you. And I always found like if you like something, you're going to do better at it. There are people out there just like you that were able to figure this out as they got older.
It would be amazing if I could actually become an astronomer, which is my life goal.
And you just don't give up. I'm sure you'll realize your dreams.
It was really nice to talk with you.
Great talking to you.
Bye.
My conversation with Scott Kelly has in fact made me think somewhat differently about my ADHD. I now think about it as less of a problem and more something that could help differentiate me from others.
All kids are different. Don't give up on them, and understand this is not their fault. You need to find what motivates them.
It's just really amazing to meet someone that I really look up to.
Everyone deserves to be understood. To learn more, go to understood.org.